Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome to this session, AI Collab, defining opportunities for everyone. And I appreciate everyone over here right now present for the time you all taken out to attend this session and hope that this will be fruitful for everyone who has joined. Can anybody confirm me I am completely and perfectly audible? Tamim, uh, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Oh,
Jawad, you are audible.
thank you. Thank you, Mansur. All right, let me first present my screen and then we will move on with our agenda. So, Mansif, my screen is presented, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Acha. So, as you all know, the session's name is AI Collab, defining opportunities for everyone. And collab here is collaboration, obviously. So, I'm grateful that I'm joined by two Microsoft Learn student ambassadors with me, my fellow ambassadors in the Microsoft Community Leaders community. Monsif Raza, who is also a GitHub campus expert and also AWS Cloud Captain. And I'm having the meme with me alongside, who is also a AWS Cloud Captain and also Microsoft certified. So this is the panel for this session, and I'm very hopeful and looking forward to a fruitful interaction that will be helpful for everyone who has joined. And this is the session format is discussion. So I would greatly appreciate if you can, if anyone want to turn on their mic, add their point, or want to add something via the chat box, right? So you guys are open to do that and keep it interactive, right? So this session is comprised of mainly three portions. And apart from the main portions, there is a starting initial portion and a closure. But in between, we will be talking in three major areas within AI. And this will be informative for everyone who has joined. And if anybody want to add some insight. And we are joined by mainly by students, but if we are joined by any professional or who is experienced in AI or doing some good work, he or she can share with us, right? So keep it. We are keeping it open to you guys, and you are very welcome to add your thoughts. So with that, I did promise, and there was this statement linked to the promotion of this session that there will be surprise gifts. So those surprise gifts are actually LinkedIn Premium vouchers, and that will be given to the participants of the session. But let me clear that what's the way, right? आप कैसे I will be code switching between Urdu and also English because we are joined, the students are mainly from Pakistan. So I can talk in Urdu to facilitate them, but the session will be mainly in English. So there is going to be questions in between while we are conducting the session, and whoever will first type down the answer to the question given in not now, right? When I say that it started, then so whoever will be the first participant mentioning or writing down the answer in the chat box, the very first one, right, will be awarded a LinkedIn Premium voucher, right? Which will be active for, which is a 12 months LinkedIn Premium voucher, and kind of very much helpful and amazing gift for us, for students, for student and likely for professionals, right? Since we all know what LinkedIn is and what is its importance, right? So beginning right from this this question answering. So the first question here, as you all can see on my screen, is what is the name of the famous AI-powered assistant developed by Apple? And it started now. I will see whoever has writing down the answer, the first answer will be entitled for LinkedIn Premium voucher, right? So I guess some of you would have already given me the answer in the chat box. If I'm not wrong, Munsif, can you confirm me on this? Do we have? Oh, so far nobody has entered the answer in the chat box. Okay, let me repeat. देखें आप chat box में question का answer लिखेंगे. जो first answer होगा, that person will be entitled for a LinkedIn Premium voucher, right? Chat box is open to you all, right? And if it is not visible, let me know. Open up your mic and you can let me know.
Hey, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
Can
salam.
you hear me?
Yeah, you're audible.
So, yeah, it is not actually visible, I guess, but I'm not so sure because I haven't used this software in ages. Microsoft
Oh,
Teams, I'm not sure.
can anybody else confirm me on this, that chat is available, chat option is available to them?
Yes, sir. Chat is not available.
Hello.
Okay.
Is
Hello?
Siri. The answer will be Siri, if
Yeah,
I guess.
Henry, you answered it right, but actually the procedure we did set up was for the chat, but I guess it's not visible to due to the reason that some of you have joined through browser. Am I right, Munsif? This could be the reason, right? That many of our participants has joined through browser, and that is why it's not available to them. Okay, then we will change I guess the way we are conducting it. So Henry, you answered it as Siri, right? Henry, are you
Yes.
with us? Oh, okay. So I guess then we can do it like this: that anybody who will unmute the mic and will speak it first will be the winner, right? This could be a solution to it.
Jawad,
That since
Jawad,
chat box is not G, Munsif.
Jawad, the thing is that I really want to mention here is that like it will be a little problematic because so many people will be opening the mic at the same time and we will not
So
get to
what do you
know the answer here.
what do you
So
suggest,
I
Munsif?
really want to check there is some sort of like settings जिसकी वजह से जो है ना वो इनको चैट बॉक्स नजर नहीं आ रहा and they are unable to get that.
See, I got that setting, but actually, when somebody is joining not with a Microsoft account, they would usually do not find the chat available to them. That's the reason actually. I got it by now.
No, sir.
So,
I'm joining with the Microsoft team, but this is not for me.
but do you have an Outlook account? You're joining with an Outlook account?
I have. Yes, I have Outlook account.
Okay. Okay, then we can do we will have to figure it out that how can we carry this out since we got a lot of questions and there are a lot of LinkedIn Premium vouchers waiting for these participants. What do you suggest, Munsif, Tamim? Any idea?
Well, if we are not
We
having
will,
the option of chat, then we can use like hand raise option. If
yeah.
people are raising the
Is
first person
is
that
hand raise, yeah, is hand raise available to everyone joined here? Please confirm me on
Even though
that.
hand raise is
Yes,
available, I
yes.
guess,
GG,
yeah.
Rahel.
So even though it is
No.
available, I guess that is also problematic.
Hmm?
Uh, that is also problematic in my opinion. I think we should, if you cannot find the settings to make this work out, then we can just easily move this to maybe Google Meet or Zoom or some place that
Oh, you
is,
know,
that solves the issue for us.
okay, let me solve the issue once and for all. So actually, since I wanted it to carry out this way, that I will be asking question and then I will be giving the LinkedIn Premium voucher to the one who will be actually commenting the first. But since there is a problem and since hand raise 2 can raise issue, so what I will do that you all can answer the question, but now these questions are not something which will win you or any one of you a LinkedIn Premium voucher. The LinkedIn Premium voucher could be a random draw towards the end of the session. And how will we do that random draw? I will come to that later, right? I have a solution for that. But for now, let's continue with our session.
This
And
one is going.
there's plenty. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm saying that this one is like actually great that we will be
Yeah.
Using a random function for giving
Yeah,
these premium vouchers.
there's
And
solution to
but
every
definitely
problem.
we will cover these questions in the session for the interactivity purpose, and the people will be answering through their mic.
Yeah, you're right, Munsif. This is a way. Okay, so let's move on with our session. So our first topic, main discussion is, since we will be talking within AI, so there should be a little bit of discussion over artificial intelligence. Uh, sorry for that. I didn't introduce myself. So I talked about Munsif and Tamim. Both are competent Microsoft Learn student ambassadors with me right over here. I'm grateful for their time. And I am Jawad Amin. I'm also Microsoft community leader. And with that, I'm a CS educator at Zahin IT, which is a community oriented platform. So that's it as my introduction. Now, when we talk about artificial intelligence, I will take insights from Munsif and Tamim, but before that, I will include mine. That if we formally go after defining artificial intelligence, we will be looking into definitions like simulation of human intelligence or mimicking the way a human brain works and all that. But it all comes down to the hype and the fear that we live with, that is AI taking over, or how powerful artificial intelligence is, this and that. These are the questions in the common people minds, right? Now, on this slide, to formally define, to know if anybody who is, I can't guess this, I can hardly guess this, that somebody would be hearing to artificial intelligence for the first time. So we are joined by students mainly, so they would know that what artificial intelligence is. But we formally define it as simulation of human behavior, right, into machines, or for using machine or through machines, right? And it is actually employed in the tasks which are repetitive, right? And we want the machines to take over in that particular area and do that task, right? So this is for the definition of artificial intelligence. But when it comes down to is the fear and the hype that is AI taking over. So I must want to aid to the participants present here that do study, go back to 1950, when Alan Turing proposed the question, can machines think? And I would suggest anyone interested in AI or want to pursue a career in AI must and should study and read that paper, which is available by Alan Turing, which was actually the paper in which the question was proposed by Alan Turing, that can machines think, and onwards on that points onwards, the journey and the development in within AI started. And then John McCarthy and team and everyone, everyone contributed, researchers from all sides of the globe contributed to this field, and here we are today. Again, scared and questioning whether AI is safe, or is it good to keep the research going within AI. There should be a break. You must be, hearing to such news and articles in which Elon Musk or even Jeffrey Hinton, which is these are Jeffrey Hinton is a famous name in the AI domain, right? Uh, and we heard that he left Google, and he is kind of telling us that how AI could go the wrong way. So these are actually concerns to study, but only to be scared is, I guess, not a good thing for us. Rather, we should study and we should go a little deeper. Though if somebody is not directly related to artificial intelligence, could go into it and could find out that how actually the artificial intelligence in on a different level works. Uh, Perhaps one would not be able to comprehend or understand in the first go convolutional neural networks, but the person could know the maths behind, for example, simple linear regression, that how a simple equation is working, and it's just a mathematical formula which is doing the work. And we are calling it machine learning, which is a branch of artificial, so we can call it artificial intelligence. So the point is that when we start studying it, we kind of neutralize the fear, and we could come on a point where we can try to understand that, okay, I can hold this opinion that artificial, what we are scared of, or what the people who are not much in favor of AI research and all are scared of artificial general intelligence is the term to be used specifically. So how sooner or later we can reach till that point where we can say, okay, we got artificial general intelligence. But at now, uh, even if Jeffrey Hinton is hinting us that AGI is near, so on the other hand, we got Andrew Ng, who is of the same pool, of the same reputation, very famous, uh, is telling us otherwise. Is telling us that AGI could be future, but it's far away from now, and we shouldn't be bothered about it for right now. So these are different opinions. We should hear to these opinions, and we should carry out our research as well. Not as a student of AI just, but as a part of the society, is so much streamlined, it's so much everywhere, that everyone should be concerned about it, right? So this was a little from my side. Munsif, do you agree with me, or who you are favoring, Jeffrey Hinton, or would you go with Andrew Ng? So what's your take on artificial general intelligence, and how do you see it, if you want to add something?
Okay, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Hello, everyone. First of all, adding anything, I really want to take from Ruhail Kamran. He's like been saying something, like he's raising the hand. Ruhail, please.
Okay, please do open the mic.
Munsif, thank you so much for hearing me out. I actually am not raising the hand. I am not sure what's wrong. Uh, I lower the hand, and after a few seconds pass, it just raises automatically. So ignore the hand raises. When I want to say something, I'll just unmute my mic and I'll go ahead.
Okay, that's great. This
Perfect,
should
Is
be
that
the
perfect,
cool?
spirit.
perfect. And I was actually, I was really worried about this thing that Jawad has been talking and you are raising the hand. I don't know what you have to say, and we are just ignoring you.
No,
So,
just Sharon,
but
with the
like,
case.
okay, that,
Thank you for mentioning this. And there could be some technical issues of that. Rohel, that's great.
yeah,
Just to anyone, just open your mic, unmute your mic, and you can interrupt us, right? While we are talking.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So first of all, if
Sure
we
thing, guys.
talk
Carry
about
on. Great talk.
okay, thank you, Ray. If we talk about the artificial intelligence, you guys heard a few formal definitions, that the simulation and depiction of the natural intelligence. But in layman terms, we can say that artificial intelligence is when a machine is taking some sort of action or anything. There's a logic behind that thing. That's basically artificial intelligence. That's basically what intelligence is. Say, for example, you are having a motor and it is being evolving in a circular motion. So it is being in that circular motion, लेकिन उसको पता नहीं है कि why I am doing this. There's no any logic behind that thing. कि मैं circular movement में हूँ तो सही, लेकिन I don't know why. There's no any logical explanation of that thing. But when the machine is capable of giving the answer, okay, I am doing this certain sort of behavior or action, The logic behind this thing is that. And furthermore, Jawad explained two different like perspectives on the AGI. That there are different people who are in the favor of that thing, and there are some people who are against that thing. Personally, you can have different opinions like in the world, but like when you do some research and you are having your understanding. So, in my opinion, my perspective is that whenever in the history any innovation or invention is like in the world, made in the world, say for example, electricity, say for example, engine, say for example, calculator, everyone was worried and people were scared of that thing that okay this is going to change everything, this is going to like harm the people. जब इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बना था तो people were like कि इससे बहुत डिस्ट्रक्शन होगी, ये इतना डेंजरस है, लोग मारे जाएंगे, and a lot of jobs will be like eliminated, and बहुत सारी बातें. But the thing is that history has proven this thing that whenever an invention comes, obviously, sometimes we lose some jobs. Say for example कि कुछ manual काम था तो वो अब electricity के वजह से जो है वो automatic हो रहा है. But again, whenever an invention comes, it brings some different jobs, and I must say that जितनी jobs जाती हैं उससे ज़्यादा create होती हैं. So I am in the favor of that thing that artificial intelligence is going to be a big thing, and it is going to change and revolutionize the world. But like we shouldn't be worried about that. We should adopt the change, and we should move ahead in the direction where the
So you're
advancement is going.
optimistic. You're optimistic in this
Yeah,
regard.
I'm very optimistic in this regard.
That's great insight from you, Munsif. I would like to invite Tamim to add his insights and would also, if he could introduce himself first and then could move on with adding his point and then we will move on. Tamim, are you with us?
Thank you very much. First
Tamim,
of all, am I
ji,
audible?
ji. Yeah, you are audible.
Okay. So first of all, let me introduce myself. I am Tamim, a beta MLS and AWS Cloud Captain. I am a senior year student at UT Peshawar doing my bachelor's in computer system engineering. So to be honest, I don't want to brag about myself, but I guess a little would be fine. So I've earned 3 Microsoft certifications and Azure AI Cloud Engineer. I'm working as an R&D engineer at National Research Program for universities under the umbrella of HEC. More specifically in the field of healthcare. Besides that, I'm working on hardware designing for industrial grade robots to achieve higher accuracy and precision. So let me talk about what Jawad Bhai and Mansif Bhai talking. I'm also optimistic about that. What Mansif Bhai was saying, like I would like to add a bit of a story. I think it was a meme. I don't know it was alleged or not, but I saw a post on, I guess, LinkedIn. They were showing, I guess, 1940s something picture in which teachers were protesting against the use of calculators. Like students are using calculators and they shouldn't be allowed it. Just like the way nowadays teachers are protesting or talking more like students should not be allowed to use chat GPT, etc., etc. I know we all are using for our assignments, etc. But I think that would be the same whenever the new technology came, something new innovation came into the market. People are concerned about it. But let's talk about like let's say generative AI. So in my opinion, generative AI has the potential to automate certain tasks, create content like art, music, and text. While it may replace some specific job roles, it is more likely to augment human abilities rather than entirely replacing the job. So I think that would be my insights. Jawad bhai,
Jawad,
you are
please
muted.
unmute yourself.
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Sorry, sorry for that. So I was saying, Tamim, it's great insight from you, and you talked about ChatGPT being used for assignments and all. So we will come to it since there is a part regarding responsible AI, ethics in AI. So we will briefly talking about this as well. And since we are joined by students, so I guess many of you would, might not agree, but let's see how this talk will go. Might change some students' mind regarding this. Okay, so moving forward with our session, I guess we might have a. Okay, so this since it's very relevant to the point added by Munsif when he said that with every new technology, with every new invention, there comes a hype, and when the hype is there, we kind of overestimate what the technology can or cannot do. So it's actually very natural, and it's a natural phenomena being seen with every technology, as it was with calculator, with electricity, or with every new invention or such technology. So this is a chart which is named as hype cycle. It is prepared by Gartner, which is a research and consulting firm, US based firm. And this is specifically for artificial intelligence, and though it is of 2022, but it's very relevant. The recent one isn't yet out, but I want all of you to understand this chart. This is very informative, and we kind of would be able to know that how this hype of anything works, right? So this we can see that on the y-axis we have expectations, and on the x-axis we have time, right? So over time, how the expectations are changed regarding some technology from human beings, right? From us. So you can see that we have this curve, and there are different technologies mentioned on it as points. We can see, you all can see, data centric AI, engineering, decision intelligence, composite AI. And if we go upward, we can see generative AI, and also above generative AI, we have responsible AI. So what this suggests, what this proposes is that with time, whenever a new technology is out to the world, the expectation kind of go very rapidly upward, right? And we call it Gartner call it innovation trigger. Some innovation is out now. We human being are over expecting or overestimating what the particular technology can or cannot do, right? So these are different phases through which a technology evolves from being misunderstood to something useful, right? So we have innovation trigger, then we have peak of inflated expectations, then we have trough of disillusionment. This is very much, I can say, very concise and still so comprehensive that is informing us so much. Slope of enlightenment is another phase, and then we got plateau of productivity. So a technology, when once out, we call it revolutionary, and we kind of frame it as something changing the world. This is actually that phase of, this is that innovation trigger, and we are moving towards peak of inflated expectations. This is overestimation. In other words, we can say that we are expecting too much from a certain thing, a certain technology. So these are inflated. The expectations are inflated from about regarding that particular technology. So if we look at generative AI, our responsible AI, our smart robots, our synthetic data, all these are at that phase. There will come a time, as per this chart, that we will not talk that much about generative AI. Perhaps there will be some new related technology out, as per suggested by this chart. And now, if we come towards this trough of disillusionment, so this is that phase when we start underestimating, when we say, okay, this field is not going to survive, or this was just a hype, and the bubble or the thing is burst, and we kind of, we can pass on such remarks. But this is actually a phenomena happening, and soon anything which is there in the trough of disillusionment would approach what would approach slope of enlightenment. More research, more mature research will be done in that area, and soon we can approach and we can expect a phase where the technology is actually being used for a useful in a useful area, right? And that is happening with computer vision. Computer vision is in that phase, which we can call is in that plateau of is approaching that plateau of productivity. It is in the slope of enlightenment we can see over here. But for responsible or generative AI or such technologies, these technologies over time, people might change their opinion regarding it, and then their time will come when it will approach the plateau of productivity. And not till it's not just finished here. We can see the colors are actually giving an extra additional info regarding the technology, that if it is white, so it means that it will achieve the plateau of productivity within that period. So white is for computer vision. So we can expect that by 2024 or 2025, computer vision will be more mature, and it will have achieved the plateau of productivity. But when we look at a responsible AI, for example, so it is blue in color. So 5 to 10 years it will take to achieve that plateau of productivity. Then if we look at generative AI, it is blue. So we can see that how large language models and generative AI is disrupting everything. So 2 to 5 years, it can rapidly achieve or attain the plateau of productivity. And for every technology, the same is given. So look into it. Post this session, look into this hype cycle, study it, and this is very. Any question regarding this, you may ask, or I will be proceeding further. And Monsef and Tamim, I would request you to if you find anyone raising hand, or if there's a question, please do interrupt me, okay? So this was about hype cycle for artificial intelligence. Now moving forward,
Yeah,
I would. G,
Ahmed hand
Monsef.
raised, and
Sorry, Monsef,
yes,
I couldn't
Ahmed.
hear you.
There's a person Ahmed.
Hello,
His
G,
Jawad
hand
bhai.
raised. It.
G.
Jawad bhai, I have a quick question. The
Yeah,
picture you showed, the statistics are from 2000. They are from, I think so.
2022.
Yeah. So, don't you think that the things are changed in 2023, or the things remain constant?
Yeah, nothing is there constant, everything changes. And I still it's very much relevant. Like for example, if we talk about generative AI, so the dot is in blue color. So don't we see that inflated expectations from generative AI that is taking over and everything is going to change? So it's kind of relevant. I still say that 2023 is not out, but we can look forward to that, and we might see that the blue dot, the sky, in the sky blue color, the dot might be moved towards, it will be more on the peak. For example, if my cursor is visible, so for 2023 we can anticipate that this blue dot could be here, because the expectations are now more inflated, and we are more expecting, for example, overestimating the thing, are those people who are scared of AI. So yeah, this is not constant. It is changing, but since it's not far behind, 2022 is not that, in the past, so we can, it's still relevant.
And
Right,
one more
Ahmed?
question, Jawad.
G.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm seeing I'm also using social media. So yesterday I heard that a news anchor has there's a company, news company, that has launched its own AI chatbot, or sorry, AI host. So Discover
Yeah,
Pakistan. So
yeah, yeah,
don't
I saw that.
uh, globally the world is changing more, and people are collaborating in AI too much, and they are inventing many things, and their clients are getting their work done more faster. And what I say, people are getting too used to than Pakistanis, because in here in Pakistan there's no much too much not too much collaboration regarding AI, and not too workshops are held because it's difficult for layman to understand this. So, what can we do to mm, make a community? So, please guide about it.
You mean to say that we are lagging behind in the global race? Am I right?
Yeah, like for a newbie, for like for example, take a newbie who is new into CS or new into technology. So how can he make his way into AI?
See the news you mentioned. So about that, if I would say something, so I would say that is not innovation. Like if you come up, if you are presenting an AI anchor, so I don't see any innovation. I would take Munsif's and Tamim's input as well on this, but let me first tell you that what I think. See, on the back end, what is being used? There will be a large language model being deployed, right? And it's on the front end, there is some work done. So this is not something disruptive, or we might say that it is some technological revolution, or this thing uh, is done will change the world. So China has done it, India has done it, and now a platform from Pakistan has done it. So I don't see it as that much of an impressive thing happened. But yeah, you one can when one can look at it like this, that okay, there is this technology. OpenAI has done the work, Google has done the work, these giants, the giant companies, Microsoft, these companies got the resources to train or to develop such large language models or any such technology, right? It's out of our I would say, okay, we cannot do this. They have done it now using their service. What has been left to the doer, the person with an idea? The guy who has developed the AI anchor got the idea in his or her mind, and as soon he got or she got the right push, which was this large language model or the generative AI, they utilized it and they developed their product. So this it's more about businesses, right? Or AI startups. So for a AI startup founder, the person does not need to be well versed in technology. If one is starting into this area, the price or the value will be of that particular idea the person is executing, right? Like for example, 3 years back, one might not be able to develop that AI anchor. But now, since large language model is in place, so we can see such development, and it will not be amazing us, right? That we Still, we know that the thing is already there. Some OpenAI service will be used, or some service from the Google will be used, or some other large language model service will be used. So for the question concerned that are we catching up with the world, so that is a different story. I would rather not comment on that, since we know about global education or global competition. There are a lot of factors which could be discussed, but the news is, I kind of think, I'm of belief that the news is positive for everyone. You are from Pakistan or you are from any country, you got an idea, you got access to the right tool. You don't need to invent chat gpt. You got the API, use it and develop your idea. You need to educate yourself on on a certain level. You do not need to go down to till the transformers model, that how the transformer model is developed, and develop something like that and then do something of your own. So don't reinvent the wheel. And if one is into the startups community or AI businesses, so one person can easily figure it out. Like, this is the do's I need to do. I need to educate myself on this, and this is the learning curve, and I will be good to develop something of my own, which could be innovative in a sense that it is solving some particular problem in the society. Ahmed, did you get what I want to
Yes,
tell you?
yes, Jawad, I
And is
definitely
that
got your point.
answered question? Is that answer your question?
Yeah, definitely, I got my point. Thanks.
Oh yeah, you can later also discuss it with us. You can reach out with anyone and we can further discuss. I would have asked Tamim and Monsef on this, but since I need to keep eye on the clock. So I would go further, and there we get another question, and that is GAN stands for. Anyone open up their mic and just can tell me what's the answer is. What GAN stands for? No one? Ahmad, Rohel? Okay, no, Noman, you can unmute and
Uh,
let me know.
mm, I do remember this from a data science course that I took uh, back in the seventh semester, I guess.
Yeah, what's the
So
answer?
I think it was something about like generative something
Okay,
neural
something is
networks,
some.
something like some generative neural
Okay,
network
something
kind of a thing.
we will give chance to another one. Noman has raised raised hand, I guess. Noman, you can unmute and answer.
Generative
Mariam,
adversarial networks. I
oh,
got
so
I remember.
you just you got remembered, or you give it a search.
No, I really remembered. Yeah,
Uh,
I
okay,
remembered
I
that.
also I also think, sir, it is generative adversarial network.
yeah, it is generative adversarial networks, and you can call it generative AI. And Monsef would be briefly talking about this. Okay, let's move on. And Monsef, I want you to take over, and this is your part, generative AI. Let me know. I will change the slide for you, and also
Okay, thanks so
look
much
over the clock.
everyone for this wonderful opportunity, and I hope that everyone is fine and doing great. And you guys must have been like listening about the generative AI, and पिछले एक आधे घंटे से हम generative AI बोल रहे हैं, and you must be thinking what's that actually. So in this part we will discuss about the generative AI. So by its name, generative, that means it can generate something. Okay, first thing, in a very layman terms, in very simple words, by its name, it's generative AI. That means it can generate something. Okay, it's a type of AI that can generate. Okay, Jawad, can I have next slide?
Yeah,
So this is the formal definition of generative AI, and it says that generative AI models use neural networks to identify the patterns and structures within the existing data to generate new and original content. तो बेसिकली जनरेटिव एआई क्या करता है कि आप उसको पहले ह्यूज डेटा के साथ ट्रेन करते हो, एंड देन वो उस डेटा जो भी आप उसको प्रोवाइड करते हो, देन it try to learn the patterns and structures within the data. Say for example, आप जो है वो एक जनरेटिव मॉडल है जिसको आप पिक्चर दे रहे हो, कैट के पिक्चर्स दे रहे हो, यू आर गिविंग लाइक maybe thousands, maybe millions of pictures of cats, and then model will try to learn. Basically, these generative AI models are unsupervised machine learning algorithms, and what they do is that they try to learn the patterns and the structures within. So then when the training is done, now we will ask for a random, like we will give a random input, and that will be the weights for the model, and then it will try to generate a picture of the kid. Okay, so by this it is like generative. It is generating something out, and you must have used the chat gpt, the bard. Now the meta, the Facebook has given the llama 2 model for this thing as well. So basically these models are also generative ais. They have learned all these things through textual data from the internet and every data that we are having. And then now what we are doing, we are just giving an input, the random input that we are going to give it as a prompt, and then it is generating the sequence of text that can come after the sequence of data that you have given. Basically ये models ऐसे होते हैं, जैसे chat gpt है तो वो आपके पैटर्न को देखते हैं, टेक्सचुअल पैटर्न को, एंड देन उस पैटर्न को फॉलो करते हुए वो प्रिडिक्ट आउट करते हैं कि व्हाट कैन कम नेक्स्ट टू इट. It may sound a little bit technical, but like we will discuss it about it in the further slides. Jawad, can I have the next slide? So basically, this innovation that has been achieved in this era is because of this architecture of neural networks. So this architecture is called transformers, and this architecture was given in back then 2017 by Google researchers in a research paper named as "Attention is All You Need." एंड देयर इज नो नीड कि आपको पता होना चाहिए कि ये आर्किटेक्चर के अंदर क्या है एंड इसके क्या जो है वो लाइक यू शुड having any understanding of this thing. What I want to say is that कि assume transformers क्या होते हैं. In very layman terms, आप suppose करो कि आपके पास एक मैजिकल बुक है जिस बुक को दुनिया की हर लैंग्वेज आती है, जिस बुक के पास दुनिया का हर जवाब मौजूद है, लेकिन देयर इज अ कैच. And catch is that that book can only generate or only answer one word at a time. So say for example, you have asked some question and the answer is of maybe 10 words, maybe 20 words, okay? तो वो बुक के पास एबिलिटी है कि वो पूरा बुक पढ़ेगा एंड एक वर्ड निकाल के आएगा. देन उसका प्रोसीडिंग वर्ड जो है वो पूरा बुक पढ़ने के बाद वो दूसरा वर्ड निकाल के आएगा. सही है. नाउ ये ये जो कहानी है ये ट्रांसफॉर्मर से पहले की कहानी है फॉर द न्यूरल नेटवर्क्स. They were not having any attention or the memory or we can say the contextual understanding of the things. बट जब ये ट्रांसफार्मर्स आए तो फिर क्या हो गया है कि उस मैजिकल बुक की थोड़ी सी अंडरस्टैंडिंग बढ़ गई है एंड नाउ दैट बुक कैन रिमेम्बर वर्ड्स एंड कैन रिलेट वर्ड्स विद ईच अदर. से फॉर एग्जांपल उसने पहला वर्ड जो हमें सेंटेंस जो हमने क्वेश्चन पूछा है वो जो है वो 20 वर्ड्स का है, तो उसने पहला जब वर्ड जनरेट किया है तो इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी कि आपको उसको पूरा बुक फिर से पढ़ना पड़ेगा. अलोंग द वे वो बुक पढ़ते हुए उसके बाकी के सीक्वेंशियल वर्ड्स भी जनरेट आउट करेगा. नाउ इट वाज एन एनालॉजी बट इन अदर वर्ड्स वी कैन से कि ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स आने से क्या हो गया है कि मशीन को अब कॉन्टेक्स्ट समझ आना लग शुरू हो गया है. से फॉर एग्जांपल मैं आपको बोलूं कि जब हम ह्यूमन इंटरेक्शन करते हैं तो जब हम बात कर रहे होते हैं कि यार ये तो बहुत ऊंचा है से फॉर एग्जांपल, तो जब हम वहां पे होंगे तो आप कॉन्टेक्स्ट समझ जाओगे कि मैं किस चीज के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ. से फॉर एग्जांपल मेरी आगे से कोई चीज होगा, कोई बिल्डिंग होगा, कोई कोई एनिमल हो सकता है, कुछ भी, तो आप समझ जाओगे. बट मशीन्स वर नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दीज थिंग्स. But after the transformers, now machines have this ability that they can understand the context. इसका एग्जांपल मैं आपको देता हूँ. जब आप चैट जीपीटी को यूज करते हो, कोई डेटा आपने जनरेट किया, से फॉर एग्जांपल आपने चैट जीपीटी को बोला कि जनरेट एन एप्लीकेशन फॉर मी that I am going to send my teacher for sick leave maybe, or maybe मैं मुझे बॉस को भेजना है लीव के लिए. सही है. तो चैट जीपीटी जनरेट कर लेता है. नाउ आप दूसरा प्रॉम्प्ट देते हो, बोलते हो ये जो टेक्स्ट है प्लीज कन्वर्ट दिस टेक्स्ट इनटू मोर प्रोफेशनल टोन और सेमी प्रोफेशनल टोन मे बी. नाउ हाउ दिस मॉडल इज अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट जो आपने वो टेक्स्ट वर्ड यूज किया है उसका क्या मतलब है, व्हाट्स टेक्स्ट हियर, कौन सा वाला टेक्स्ट. एंड एंड आप देख रहे होगे तो वो मॉडल क्या करता है, सेम आपकी ऊपर वाली एप्लीकेशन को मॉडिफाई करके आपके सामने पेश करता है. Now that's what context is, and that is possible because of these transformers. Okay, can I have next slide, Jawad?
Yeah.
Now here's a brief example कि कैसे जो है वो जनरेटिव एआई मॉडल्स ट्रेन होते हैं. सही है. गैन्स की हमने थोड़ी देर पहले बात की. सो गैन जो है वो एक न्यूरल नेटवर्क आर्किटेक्चर है जिसके अंदर हम दो सब मॉडल्स यूज करते हैं. एक होता है डिस्क्रिमिनेटर एंड दूसरा होता है जनरेटर. ठीक है. सो हम क्या करते हैं, जनरेटर इज बेसिकली ये सिंपल न्यूरल नेटवर्क जैसे बाकी के हम न्यूरल नेटवर्क सुपरवाइज्ड मशीन लर्निंग के अंदर या डीप लर्निंग के अंदर सुपरवाइज्ड न्यूरल नेटवर्क्स बनाते हैं जो हमें क्या करते हैं, मे बी क्लासिफिकेशन प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करते हैं, मे बी रिग्रेशन प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करते हैं. तो हम क्या करते हैं कि एक मॉडल बनाते हैं जिसको हम जो है वो डेटा देते हैं, बहुत सारा डेटा देते हैं एंड वी मेक इट लर्न कि ये पिक्चर्स जो है वो रियल है. फॉर एग्जांपल हम ह्यूमन फेसेस की बात करते हैं तो डिस्क्रिमिनेटर को हम ट्रेन करते हैं बहुत सारी पिक्चर्स के साथ एंड वी टेल के दिस इज द रियल पिक्चर ऑफ अ ह्यूमन बीइंग. सही है. एंड जनरेटर को भी हम क्या करते हैं, बहुत सारी पिक्चर्स के साथ पहले ट्रेन करते हैं एंड फिर देन हम क्या करते हैं कि जनरेटर को रैंडम इनपुट्स देके उससे कुछ जनरेट करवाते हैं, एंड जब वो फेसेस जनरेट करवाता है हम डिस्क्रिमिनेटर के पास वो फेस लेके जाते हैं कि प्रिडिक्ट करके बताओ कि ये रियल है या फेक है। एंड डिस्क्रिमिनेटर जो है वो अपनी ट्रेनिंग के हिसाब से वो बताता है कि ये रियल है या फेक है। बट उन दोनों के रिजल्ट्स जो हैं वो दोनों मॉडल्स के पास एज अ फीडबैक जाते हैं। सही है। तो क्या होता है कि अगर फेक था इमेज और डिस्क्रिमिनेटर ने बताया कि इट वाज फेक, तो दैट मींस कि जनरेटर मॉडल इज दैट नॉट दैट मच एफिशिएंट कि वो उसको जो है ना वो फूल कर पाए डिस्क्रिमिनेटर को। फिर जो है वो जनरेटर की ट्रेनिंग होती है ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दोज इनपुट्स, ठीक है। एंड अगेन ये साइकिल चलता है। एंड से फॉर एग्जांपल अगर वो फेक इमेज था एंड डिस्क्रिमिनेटर ने बताया कि इट वाज रियल, तो फिर डिस्क्रिमिनेटर की ट्रेनिंग होती है कि तुम गलत बोल रहे हो। सही। तो ये एक लूप चलता है। उसके बाद जो है ना वो एक सर्टेन पॉइंट आता है जहाँ पे जो है वो म्यूचुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग बनती है इन मॉडल्स की, एंड ये जो है वो बेसिकली उनका ट्रेनिंग होता है। सो दिस दिस इज हाउ जनरेटिव मॉडल्स आर बीइंग ट्रेन्ड, जो हम देख रहे होते हैं। जैसे आपने डाली यूज किया होगा तो वहां पे आप एक प्रॉम्प्ट देते हो, वो प्रॉम्प्ट जो है वो आप बताते हो ये फला फला पेंटिंग बनाओ, ऐसा कुछ करो, एंड यू गेट some outputs. So basically these models are trained like that, and now they are capable of generating the images and generating the text. Can I have the next slide, Jawad? So these are few examples: ChatGPT, DALI, and Music Gen. This is by Meta, where you can generate different sort of musics. So these are examples of generative AI. I hope you guys have tried these things and you are like pretty familiar with these things. And so we are having some challenges regarding the generative AI. The most difficult thing is the scale of compute infrastructure. तो जवाब ने थोड़ी देर पहले आपको बताया कि these models are trained by big companies, and now we are having a trained models. But say for example अगर मेरे पास infrastructure है ना, तो this is not difficult now because I am having those I am having that architecture of the transformers. मैं उस architecture को use करते हुए बहुत सारा data उसको देके, और अगर मेरे पास computing infrastructure है तो I can also make these sort of models. ओके। सो प्रॉब्लम इज नॉट कि अब इनोवेशन की बात रही नहीं है। नाउ यू आर हैविंग एवरीथिंग, यू हैव टू जस्ट यूज योर रिसोर्सेज टू लाइक try experiment with different things and try to come up with different solutions that can solve different problems in the world. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल स्केल ऑफ कंप्यूट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, क्योंकि ये मॉडल्स जो है ना इनके अंदर बिलियंस ऑफ पैरामीटर्स यूज होते हैं, तो उनका जो है वो इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट एंड इट इज वेरी टाइम टेकिंग एंड इट रिक्वायर्स अ लॉट ऑफ कंप्यूटेशनल पावर। तो पहला चैलेंज ये है कि हमें बहुत बड़ा कंप्यूटेशनल पावर चाहिए होता है। देन इज सैम्पलिंग स्पीड, के जो हमने मॉडल्स ट्रेन किए फिर जब हम उनसे जनरेशन करवाते हैं, वो जो जनरेटिव एआई हैं, so like it takes a little bit of time. There's a delay in the input and output. So उस स्पीड को कम करने की कोशिश की जा रही है कि लाइक हम जो है ना वो उस डिले को बेसिकली मिनिमाइज करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। पीपल आर डूइंग डिफरेंट रिसर्चेस इन दिस रिगार्ड एंड होपफुली वी विल गेट सम सॉल्यूशंस फॉर दैट एज वेल इन द फ्यूचर। And next challenge is lack of high quality data. Like we are having a lot of data, but maybe we are not having like we have unstructured data. We have in a raw format data. There's a huge amount of data out there that we really don't know how to use and where to use. So like high quality data is very difficult. And then data licenses. Data licenses is guys, am I audible?
Yeah, Munsif, you're audible.
Okay, thank you so much. So data license is basically that different organizations are having their data and they possess that data. So say for example, I am going to train my model on using that infrastructure and that architecture. But वो data मुझे चाहिए होगा उन company से, तो they are the owners of that data. Noman, do you have to say anything?
सर मैं ये कह रहा था कि जब ये लैक ऑफ हाई क्वालिटी डेटा हो जाती है तो फिर उसका अरेंज करना और उस पे मॉडल्स वगैरह बनाना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है, इसी वजह से ये चैलेंज है।
Yes, exactly, exactly. देखो sometimes क्या होता है कि we people are doing this thing as well कि we are having a limited amount of data for a certain sector or certain domain. Then what we do is we train our models on the existing data and then we try to generate some hypothetical data out of that data for the betterment of the model. But again, जब आप generate करके फिर से उस data को model को train करने के लिए use कर रहे हो तो it is like a little bit difficult. But like again, that's the challenge कि हमारे पास वो वाला डेटा नहीं है, हाई क्वालिटी डेटा जिस जो जो एरर फ्री हो, जो रॉ डेटा ना हो, जो कुछ स्ट्रक्चर्ड हो. यस. एंड डेटा लाइसेंसेस आर के दूसरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के डेटा है तो लाइक ऑब्वियसली वो उसके ऑनर हैं एंड आई नीड दैट डेटा तो उनसे वो लेना पड़ेगा एंड दैट्स अ चैलेंज एज वेल. कैन आई हैव नेक्स्ट स्लाइड?
Yeah.
So we are going to have this question that will generative AI replace humans in the workplace? Well, in my opinion, I had recently read a quote and that says that AI will not replace humans. Basically, humans will be replaced by those humans who know how to use AI. So I am very optimistic in this regard that AI is not going to take our jobs, and AI is going to, in fact, generate a lot of opportunities and job opportunities out there. We will have a huge number of. Maybe I recently read a report which said that AI is going to take away like 500 million jobs, but it is going to generate 700 plus million jobs. So that's the comparison that it is going to take a few jobs, but then again, it is going to Noman, do you have to say something?
सर अगर एआई के क्लास से निकल आके छोटी सी एक बात करूं, आखिर में
Yeah,
ये ह्यूमन एआई को रिप्लेस करेगी, एआई ह्यूमन को रिप्लेस नहीं कर सकती।
exactly.
जस्ट लाइक वो आखिर में नबी जो नीचे आएंगे और सब कुछ जो प्रोसेस होगा, तो मेरे ख्याल से ह्यूमन जो है एआई को रिप्लेस करेंगे, एआई ह्यूमन को रिप्लेस नहीं कर सकता।
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, it's a
So, guys,
prudent
that
thought by
that
you,
was
Munse.
all from and that was all from my side. I'm thankful for this, and I hope that you are not having any questions. So if you're having, I will be glad to answer you guys. And after this session, if you want to reach me out, you can find me on LinkedIn, and I will be happy to help you out in this regard if कोई भी help कर सकता हूँ आपकी. And furthermore, jobs and opportunities will be discussed by Tamim, वो आपको further इसके लिए guide करेंगे कि how AI is going to provide us different job opportunities in the future. So Tamim,
Thank you. Before Tamim takes over, thank you, Munsif. It was very informative and must say beginners friendly, and it has added some knowledge to the participants. I am sure, right? And this was very prudent from you that AI people using AI will actually replace the current workforce. And on a relevant note, I was reading this article in which a report was referred from World Economic Forum 2022 by name of Future of Work. And there a state I read was that 85 million jobs will be disrupted by 2025 cause of AI or such automations. But in the same note, it was also written that a new set of 97 million jobs will be created. So that's how we should look at it. That one thing that AI is not going to replace human beings, but one must be concerned about learning AI at least to stay relevant in the market. So there will be jobs, but an element of AI will be in it. So we should we must bother about that. That's what I think. So just adding on a relevant note, I added this. Now over to Tamim. Tamim, I will present slides for you, and you may carry on.
Okay. Can I have the slide, please?
Yeah, here are your slides.
Okay, thank you. So as you were saying that a greater million of number of jobs will be created and some will be vanished. तो इस पर मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा कि हमारे पास अगर ऐसे नहीं होगा कि भाई जैसे कि रात को सोए सुबह उठे तो आधी जॉब चली गई और नई जॉब्स आ गई, ये ग्रेजुअल प्रोसेस होता है। तो अगर जो भी इनोवेशन आ रही है उसके साथ साथ हम भी अपने आप को जो है अगर सीखते रहें और अपने आप में एडवांसमेंट लाते रहें और जो भी नई चीज़ें आ रही हैं तो बजाय उससे दूर रहने के हम उसको एम्ब्रेस करें और अपनी डेली लाइफ में चीज़ों को इम्प्लीमेंट करें, उनका यूज़ करें, अच्छे यूज़ करें। तो जितनी जो भी नई जॉब्स आएंगी, पुरानी जॉब्स जाएंगी, तो इसी ग्रेजुअल प्रोसेस में मतलब ये नहीं होगा कि बंदे जो है जॉबलेस रहेंगे। Okay, so can I have the next slide, please? Okay, so let's explore some of the ways AI is making an impact in different fields. I will share two practical scenarios with you guys, like how AI is actually impacting our lives. I will give first scenario in the healthcare domain and second one in cybersecurity. But there is a catch in cybersecurity one, so pay attention to that. So let me give you a brief overview of what we are trying to achieve in healthcare domain. As I have said earlier that I am working as a R&D engineer in National Research Program for Universities. So I am giving an example. So we are trying to make a product. The product we are trying to make is an AI-enabled product for paraplegic patients. You might have seen those patients who have healthy organs, but due to strokes, their hands, half body, feet, or some other parts of the body are not functioning as intended. जिस तरह के ये कुछ लोगों को फालिज हो जाता है तो आधी आधी बॉडी काम कर रही है, आधी नहीं कर रही है, हाथ काम कर रहा है, एक हाथ काम कर रहा है, दूसरा नहीं कर रहा, तो उन लोगों के लिए हम एक AI enabled डिवाइस बना रहे हैं. So using deep learning algorithms, we are trying to categorize brain signals and manually apply those signals to a specific organ. This way, people will be able to move their hands, feet, or whatever their body parts is not working, just like they were used to uh, grab the grab the stuff or walk like they like half of their body is working, but the other half is not working. So if we apply categorize those brain signals and manually apply it to a specific leg, then they might be able to walk again. So I am working on this project like I think it's been more than a year, and I'm very confidently I can say that without AI, we got no chance at all to even think of such stuff. Like अगर AI और ये स्पेशली डीप लर्निंग के जो कैटेगराइजेशन के एल्गोरिथम्स हैं, अगर ये ना होते तो उन पेशेंट्स के लिए इस तरह की डिवाइस बनाने का हम लोग सोच भी नहीं सकते थे. इसके अलावा साइबर सिक्योरिटी की मैं अगर बात करूं तो लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द एंटीवायरस टूल्स टू डिटेक्ट अ वायरस. व्हाट एंटीवायरस डू? Antivirus do is to compare the hashes of the files with some known data set of the files which are malicious. Then comparing those hashes of the file, they don't predict in fact, they actually tell that whether it is in the known viruses or not. देखो होता क्या है इसमें कि जो भी सॉफ्टवेयर बनता है उसके हैशेस जनरेट हो जाते हैं. तो जो ऑलरेडी नॉन वायरसेस होते हैं उनके इनकी डेटाबेस में पहले से पड़ा होता है कि भाई ये हैशेस जो है ये viruses बने. So what if we in near future we are able to analyze the behavior of the software, like what the software will actually do, what's in the code of the software, and what it will do with the system files, etc. So if we are able to do such things at a software level, like we get a software antivirus tool with the implementation of advanced AI algorithms, it is able to analyze the behavior of the software and tell whether it is malicious or not. So this will greatly improve the security, and even it will help us to tackle the problem of zero-day vulnerabilities. but there is something seriously wrong in this scenario. What do you think? What could that be? I have question from everyone. इसमें क्या गलत हो सकता है कि अगर हमारे पास AI एनेबल इस तरह की साइबर सिक्योरिटी के अंदर एंटीवायरस टूल्स बनते हैं जो कि सॉफ्टवेयर के बिहेवियर को एनालाइज करके हमें बता दें कि भाई ये सही है कि नहीं है, तो इससे सिक्योरिटी तो बहुत अच्छी इंप्रूव हो जाएगी, लेकिन इसमें मसला क्या आ सकता है? आई हैव एन ओपन क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम एवरीवन. कोई ऐड करना चाहेगा? ओके, सो लेट मी आंसर इट माई सेल्फ. इसमें हो सबसे बड़ा मसला हमारे पास इशू क्या बन सकता है कि अगर एक वो क्या कहते हैं AI टूल या एक ऐसा AI मॉडल जो कि हमारे पास एक सॉफ्टवेयर का बिहेवियर एनालाइज कर सक रहा है और उस बेस पर बता सक रहा है कि भाई ये सॉफ्टवेयर मलिशियस है कि नहीं है, तो अगर वही AI मॉडल कोई बंदा यूज करे और उस सॉफ्टवेयर के बिहेवियर को वो देखे और उसी की जो है फिर वो रिवर्स इंजीनियर करके उसकी कॉपी बना दे, इसकी पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकती है ना? तो अगर ऐसी सॉफ्टवेयर हमारे Are you trying to say something?
Gee, Tamim bhai, but isn't that possible with every type of solution that you try to implement in security? वो reverse engineerable हो सकता है to some extent. And yeah, if I'm not wrong, I think AI already used to हो रही है security के लिए. So uh, is that
जी जी
something
बिल्कुल.
जो avoidable है? Because I think that is kind of inevitable. क्योंकि वो जिस तरह security बढ़ेगी, threats भी बढ़ेंगे और फिर security बढ़ेगी, and those two forces are always going to be, you know, at war with each other.
यस बिल्कुल, यू आर राइट. सिक्योरिटी मतलब साइबर सिक्योरिटी के अंदर AI अभी इस्तेमाल हो भी रही है, लेकिन ये मैंने एक स्पेसिफिक सिनेरियो लिया जिस सिनेरियो के लिए अभी तक जो है इम्प्लीमेंटेशन नहीं हुई है इसकी. तो इसकी अगर मैं ज़्यादा बेसिक में नहीं जाना चाहूँगा, लेकिन अगर बेसिक में देखा जाए तो हमारे पास जो सॉफ्टवेयर आता है वो हमारे पास जैसे कि जो भी एक्जी फाइल होती है बाइनरी में होती है ना, तो उस बाइनरी को रिवर्स करने के लिए मतलब लोग तरीके इस्तेमाल करते हैं किस तरह बाइनरी से हम हेक्स फाइल बनाए, हेक्स फाइल से हम उसका कोड जनरेट करें. तो एक वो मतलब एक प्रोसेस होते हैं, कुछ में वो इंक्रिप्शन भी ऐड हो जाती है उसमें, मतलब बहुत सी बातें आ जाती हैं. लेकिन अगर मैं जनरली बात करूं, अगर हम सिर्फ जो है अगर इस तरह कोई टूल इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं हुआ है, मैं वैसी बात कर रहा था इस पे कि अगर हम इस तरह कर सकें कि उसकी बाइनरी से हम डायरेक्ट उसके सॉफ्टवेयर की कोड का जो बिहेवियर होगा कि अच्छा वो किस तरह काम करेगा, ये कर रहा है फिर उसके बाद ये कर रहा है, तो उन चीज़ों को अगर हम किसी तरह AI उस सिक्योरिटी पर्पस के लिए भी बन जाए, लेकिन उसमें ये एक लूप होल उसमें आ सकता है. तो इसमें मेरे कहने का मकसद ये था कि इवन साइबर सिक्योरिटी के अंदर बहुत एडवांसमेंट जैसे कि हेल्थ केयर में मैंने बात करी बहुत अच्छी भी आ सकती है, लेकिन साथ में जो है कुछ ऐसी टेक्नोलॉजी भी इम्प्लीमेंट हो सकती है जिसके अच्छे होने के साथ साथ कुछ बुरे इफेक्ट्स भी होंगे. तो उसके लिए हमारे पास जो है फिर ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी AI की वो जो भी प्रिंसिपल्स आते हैं जो कि हमें इम्प्लीमेंट करने होंगे, और जिस पे जवाब अमीन भाई थोड़ी बात भी करेंगे. आई हैव आंसर्ड योर क्वेश्चन.
Yeah, go ahead, Tamim.
Okay.
Gigi,
Can I have
sure,
the next
sure.
slide? So here are some of the career paths which I have shortlisted. In this slide, you guys may notice two odd paths. And you might be wondering what is robotics engineering and hardware specialist paths are doing in this field of AI. But don't worry, I will get into it. First, बात करूँ मैं अगर NLP इंजीनियर की, AI ML इंजीनियर, रिसर्च साइंटिस्ट, तो ये तो ज़रा मतलब क्या कहते हैं इतने इसमें कोई डेप्थ नहीं है. AI ML इंजीनियर का क्या काम होता है स्पेसिफिक, ML ऑप्स का क्या काम होता है, ये माइक्रोसॉफ्ट स्किल चैलेंज में ऑलरेडी ये कवर हो जाएंगे कि इनके रोल्स क्या होते हैं और इनसे मतलब क्या एक्सपेक्ट किया जाता है और ये कैसे काम करते हैं, कौन से टूल यूज़ करते हैं, और बाकी भी जितने ज़्यादातर हैं वो उसमें इम्प्लीमेंट हो जाएंगे. मैं इसमें तीन उस पर बात करूंगा कि टाइम की कमी है. एक में बात करना चाहूँगा रिसर्च साइंटिस्ट पे. तो बात की जाए, हमारे पास अभी तक जितनी रिसर्च हो चुकी है ना ऑलरेडी, कंप्यूटर विजन की फील्ड में रिसर्च हो चुकी है, ऑटोनॉमस व्हीकल्स बन चुकी हैं जो कि कंप्यूटर विजन से एल्गोरिथम्स ही यूज़ करती है. लेकिन फिर भी अगर कंपेयर किया जाए वैसे जनरली ना, कि रिसर्च गैप को दिखाने के लिए कितना रिसर्च गैप है और कितने भी हमारे पास अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ हैं इम्प्रूवमेंट की, तो उसमें अगर मैं बात करूँ कि एक सिर्फ शहद की मक्खी को देख लिया, शहद की मक्खी। और अभी तक हमने जो स्टेट ऑफ द आर्ट DJI के ड्रोन्स अगर हम देखें, जो कि एक बहुत बड़ी मानवीय कंपनी ड्रोन्स बनाने की, उनके ड्रोन्स देखें, तो अगर इन दोनों को कंपेयर किया जाए तो इवन हमारे पास जो शहद की मक्खियाँ हैं, इनका बहुत छोटा सा, पता नहीं कितने, कोई 300 के 1000 न्यूरॉन्स का ब्रेन होता है, जो कि बहुत ही कम पावर इस्तेमाल करता है। और उन सब के बावजूद शहद की मक्खी कमरे में घुसेगी आराम से, हर एक जगह पे जो है बगैर किसी जगह से टक्कर खाए, हर जगह जो है अपनी नेविगेशन करती हुई अपने लिए रास्ता ढूंढ के निकल जाएगी। बट ऑन द अदर हैंड, मॉडर्न डे ड्रोन्स जो वेरी हमारे पास क्या कहते हैं स्टेट ऑफ द आर्ट है, इन विच वी हैव प्रॉक्सिमिटी सेंसर्स, एलिवेशन सेंसर्स, कैमरास, एल्टीट्यूड gyrometer sensor, and yet we can trust them to navigate inside your house on their own. वो इतने एफिशिएंट नहीं है। तो ये बीच में अभी जितनी हमारे पास वो आती है कि हम अभी मतलब इतनी हमने एडवांसमेंट कर ली, जनरेटिव एआई में कर ली, लेकिन फिर भी अभी जो हमारे पास ये गैप है कि एक बहुत कम पावर इस्तेमाल करते हुए एक छोटी सी मक्खी जो हमारे पास इतने अच्छे से नेविगेशन कर सकती है, इतने अच्छे से वो सारी प्रोसेसिंग कर सकती है, और जो भी हमारे न्यूरल नेटवर्क्स हैं वो ब्रेन को ही देखते हुए बने हैं ना, उन्हीं को देखते हुए हमने मिमिक किया है, उन्हीं को इम्प्लीमेंट करने की कोशिश की है। तो यही हमारे पास एक बहुत बड़ा रिसर्च का वो है जिसमें आगे बहुत ज़्यादा काम किया जा सकता है, और नई फील्ड और जो इतनी मिलियन जॉब्स हैं जो कि हमारे पास फ्यूचर में आएंगी, वो इन्हीं रिसर्च करते हुए हमारे पास नई नई जॉब्स और नई नई अपॉर्चुनिटीज इसमें इम्प्लीमेंट होंगी। बात करूँ मैं हार्डवेयर स्पेशलिस्ट की और रोबोटिक्स इंजीनियर की, तो स्पेशली आजकल मैं काम भी इसी पे कर रहा हूँ, हार्डवेयर स्पेशलिस्ट साइड पे। हमारे पास CPU भी हैं, GPUs भी हैं, सब कुछ अपना काम कर रहे हैं, लेकिन इनमें जो हमारे पास एक मेन चीज़ आती है वो क्या होता है कि अगर हम कोड लिखते हैं, पाइथन का कोड हो, किसी भी लैंग्वेज का कोड हो, वो लाइन बाय लाइन एग्जीक्यूट होता है। इसी तरह है ना, जितने भी हमारे पास कोड होंगे वो लाइन बाय लाइन एग्जीक्यूट होंगे, लेकिन हमें चाहिए पैरेललिज्म। तो उसमें क्या होता है, हम प्रोसेसर में अपनी थोड़ी बहुत पाइपलाइनिंग भी कर देते हैं कि कुछ इंस्ट्रक्शन पैरेलल एग्जीक्यूट हो। लेकिन व्हाट इफ अगर हम अपना सारा का सारा कोड जो है, हमारे पास कोई ऐसा सोल्यूशन हो कि हमारे पास जितनी भी जो हाई इंटेंसिव CPUs हैं, जो GPUs को बहुत ज़्यादा यूज़ करते हैं, उनमें जो भी कोड लाइन बाय लाइन एग्जीक्यूट हो रहा होता है, अगर उनको सारे कोड को हम एट अ टाइम एग्जीक्यूट कर लें, तो इसके लिए हमारे पास स्पेशल हार्डवेयर डिज़ाइन होते हैं जिनके FPGAs कहते हैं, सिस्टम ऑन चिप कहते हैं। और स्पेशल चिप इनके लिए डिजाइनिंग जो हो रही है AI को रखते हुए, AI के एल्गोरिथम्स को देखते हैं कि वो किस तरह इम्प्लीमेंटेशन होती है, किस तरह वो एग्जीक्यूट होते हैं, और फिर उन AI एल्गोरिथम्स के लिए स्पेशल हार्डवेयर डिजाइन होते हैं जो कि सारा का सारा कोड पैरेलली एग्जीक्यूट करते हैं। तो इस पे आजकल बहुत काम चल रहा है, और मतलब बाकी चीज़ों पे तो बात होती रहती है, MLOps हो गया, डाटा सेंटर्स वगैरह हो गए, जो कि स्पेसिफिक मतलब बहुत हायर लेवल की सॉफ्टवेयर की साइड पे, लेकिन हार्डवेयर लेवल पे उस तरह की डिज़ाइन करना कि वो जो हमारे पास एल्गोरिथम्स हैं फास्टर चल सके, तो ये हमारे पास एक बहुत अच्छी चीज़ है। इवन आप लोगों ने देखा भी होगा कि अभी कुछ अर्सा पहले जो थी चिप्स की शॉर्टेज आ गई थी मार्केट में, चिप्स बनना बंद हो गई थी, टेस्ला की जो है गाड़ियाँ और नहीं आ रही थी कि भाई चिप्स नहीं है, क्या नहीं है। तो उसका मेन रीज़न यही था कि हार्डवेयर स्पेशलिस्ट जो है उनकी कमी है। इवन आप अभी जैसे कि मैं मार्केट में भी काम कर रहा हूँ, तो बहुत से लोग ऐसे हैं चाइनीज जिनको इंग्लिश समझ तक बिल्कुल, बोलना तो दूर की बात, बिल्कुल कुछ समझ नहीं आता, बस अब उनको सिर्फ ये आता है कि हार्डवेयर में इस तरह काम करना है, और वो अपनी जो है हाई बहुत अच्छे खासे पैसे दे रहे हैं सिर्फ इस काम के। तो इसी चीज़ को अगर जो है AI के साथ इम्प्लीमेंट की जा रही है, तो ये बहुत अच्छी है कि ये फील्ड है। रोबोटिक्स की फील्ड के अंदर जो है रोबोट्स के काइनेमेटिक्स जो हो जाते हैं, डायनामिक्स हो जाते हैं, और उनकी मूवमेंट वगैरह के लिए एल्गोरिथम्स इम्प्लीमेंट करना, उनके लिए जो ROS होते हैं, रोबोट ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम, उनमें AI के एल्गोरिथम्स बनाना, उनकी स्केड्यूलिंग करना, ये एक बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा ग्रोइंग फील्ड है आजकल की। So can I have the next slide?
Okay, we got a question here. You may ask the attendees what LLM stands for. Anyone?
Large language models.
Thank you. I guess it is Rohel, if I'm not wrong. I'm not
Yeah,
looking at the screen.
Exactly.
Thank you, Rohel, for the answer.
I think मैंने इतनी लंबी
no
कहानी सुना
worries.
के सबको सुना तो नहीं दिया कहीं।
No, no, it was actually pretty cool.
Oh,
So,
so you're done with your part of discussion, Tamim?
Yeah, I'm done with my part, but like a hardware specialist part and robotics engineering and MLOps and research centers, these career paths अगर आप लोगों को इसमें further help चाहिए और इसमें किस तरह pursue करना चाहते हैं, तो आप मुझे LinkedIn पे approach कर लें, and we can have a
That's
chit chat
great.
over
That
there.
that will be very great for the attendees. And yeah, Tamim,
So
it was very insightful, okay, from your side. And the bees example that you gave, that was very thought-provoking. And many questions are popping up, but I guess we may discuss that off the session since is just time constraint. But anyway, if
ex-
anybody got any question, you can ask Tamim right now, or later you can reach him out as he offered over LinkedIn. Okay, so I guess I will continue with this last part, which is short. It's not going to be that lengthy, but it's important and interesting. Is the last two part, Monsif and Tamim took over and talked about generative AI and this phrase. Just focus on the phrase. Anything plus AI is about future jobs. So there will be this AI element, but jobs will be created, and there will be no shortage of job. But as long as you are into the AI domain to some extent, not an AI even not an AI specialist, perhaps not an AI engineer, but if even in another category you are working, which you might right now think that what this job would do and what AI would do in such a job, but there can be an element of AI in that, and could be a risk for anyone for anyone in right now working in the traditional job market. So the last part is about responsible AI, and before I go deeper into it, the question that answers all about responsible AI is the development and use of AI system ethical? क्या जो develop हो रहे हैं AI systems और फिर the way we use it is ethical or not? That's the question that actually answers or that actually defines responsible AI. So there are these subsequent questions. One is why bother about it? Why even one should think for ethics in AI or responsible AI, and what will exactly be that ethicality and how would we define ethics in AI? So I will be briefly talking about it, but to make my case, let me tell you uh, why we should bother about ethics in AI, or why we should talk about responsible AI or at least know about uh, AI, responsible AI, right? So it is because from medical to online purchases to social media to judiciary to governance, more or less every aspect of our life is in our life already AI is incorporated, or AI is going to be incorporated, right? So since it is concerned with the human species, that is why we must bother about it, right? At times human lives could be at stake. For example, if an AI system is deployed in medical diagnosis, so there a human life is concerned, right? If it is in judiciary, so a human life is concerned. If it is in banking, a human life is concerned. So that is why we must bother about responsible AI. We must know what this field is and look at it as a field, as a career one can pursue. I'm glad Tamim added a lot of career paths and one can look into it. And you can add responsible AI to this list, and you would know that how one can explore this field as a full-fledged career path, right? So this was about why we should bother about responsible AI, and obviously we will bother because it is concerned with us. Now, to understand further the ethicality and fairness within a system. So let's say we have an example. We have a model, right? A predictive model, and Siberian Husky are being predicted using this model. Now, you take it as you do not know how the model is built or how the model is trained, and you just rely on this model. So what is happening over here if you look at it? So an input is being fed to the predictive model, and it is predicting Siberian Husky. But when you analyze the model, you get to know that this model is relying on incorrect features to make this prediction. Let me fix this model. So we now understanding this model is helping us to debug the issue, since it should not be deployed in a real scenario or in a real use case, because it is not looking for the object in first place, or for the object we want to look at in first place. Instead, it is looking for some snow, and on the basis of that snow, it is predicting that it is a Siberian husky, right? So there's something terribly going wrong with this model, which we would not know if we would not bother about how this model is built, right? So this is where the fairness and ethicality comes in, that it is not correct. It is not a correct model, and should not be deployed for real in the real world. So this is one case. Another example, if we look at it, for example, in judiciary, a model is being used, and the judge or the jury is deciding on the basis of the outcome of this model, that whether or not a person is risky to release or not, right? So the defendant details is fed to the model, and then it is predicting that, okay, it is risky to release. So now if the judge finalizes his decision on the basis of this output, what could go wrong? It can go wrong when you look into the model and you get to know that, okay, this model is taking decision on the basis of race more than it is taking on the basis of crimes. And even it is for the major part, it is taking decision on the basis of race and gender. You can see the probability for the crimes is lesser than both race and gender. So it's a biased model. We would not know until we do not go on the pursuit of understanding this model, right? So once we get to understand the model, we get to know, okay, there is something wrong with it, with the model. So this is why understanding matters, and this is related to ethicality and fairness. It would be unfair to use this model in judiciary with such setting where race and gender is used to decide whether a person is risky to release or not, right? So this was the second example. Third example over here you can see is in medical, right? So some patient data is being fed to the model, and now when you look at the model, see, this model is using irrelevant features when predicting on female subpopulation. I should not trust its prediction for that group. Should a doctor rely on this model or not? Only when a doctor should consider relying on the model if the doctor knows how the model is built or what is the inner mechanism, right? So here, if we look into it, for example, the pseudocode, in the pseudocode you might see a simple if else simple if structure, that if gender is female and if ID number is this greater than this, then sick. So, and for the male, if cold is true and cough is true, then sick. So see, for the female subpopulation, it is deciding on irrelevant features. What on earth number, what on earth patient ID get to do with some person being sick or not, right? So this is where you get to know, okay, this model is faulty. This will be unfair to use such model in a medical setup. So this was just an aspect of responsible AI in which I shed light on understanding the model, that why we must understand the model, and understanding the model is important, right? So this was a third example to elaborate that responsible AI is a concern to be concerned about, right? We must bother about responsible AI and should look into it while using. Not only the developers of AI or the people developing such models should be concerned, but people using it, right? If you are a student using ChatGPT for some cheating purposes, not not a personal comment on anyone, just generally speaking, since I know I'm part of the students pool. So that is an unfair use, right? On many levels. So on you may say that that does in that case human life might not be at stake, but still that is unfair. But there are serious matters in which human life could be at stake. So that is why responsible AI should be a discussion, a normal discussion among students as well as AI practitioners and users and developers. So this was about ethicality and fairness. If this might spark your interest into responsible AI, you might look at this resource, Microsoft Responsible AI Principles, which are proposed by Microsoft, and these are actually 6 principles, which are self-explanatory by the name, but you can further dig into it and you can know, okay, what by fairness they mean, and reliability and safety and privacy and security and inclusiveness and transparency and accountability. So this would really add to your knowledge, and this is a very informative read, and I suggest looking through it. Right, will share the link to it in the WhatsApp group. Right, so this was about Microsoft Responsible AI Principles. Now, so far, if you got any question, you might ask right now. Unmute your mic and go ahead. I am good to answer your questions, and later we will go further. Any questions so far? Okay, I guess there's no question for right now. So who would unmute and tell me that what is the name of the AI company that Elon Musk owns? Anybody? What is the name of the company? Oh, I shouldn't have. This is now visible to
Network
everyone.
is so poor.
Sorry, am
Therefore,
I not audible? Munsif, Tamim, are you with me? Am I audible?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
you
yes,
are.
you are the
Okay, so I was asking the question which got visible unluckily for me, but if somebody has seen it already, what's the name of the company that Elon Musk owns? AI company. Got a lot in his possession, by the way. Noman, you want to add something?
yes, yes, sir. I'm saying the same.
So what's the answer?
XAI,
Okay,
I
XAI.
think.
Okay, yeah, yeah. This is
Yes.
right. XAI is the new company that he formed, and he got quite a team, a very competent team. Let's look ahead what he would come up with. Okay, so afterwards, I guess we are pretty much done with the session. But the last, and this is actually something I would suggest to everyone. You might those beginning into AI would got some idea about artificial intelligence. Those already in AI. I am sure something would have added to their knowledge as well. And now coming to this topic, which is Microsoft Learn AI Skills Challenge. So this is a learning program, you can say, offered by Microsoft, which is active right now. Anyone can register. I will share the link in the group, and I would recommend enrolling in it. And it is self paced. There are tutorials, right? You need to follow the written content as well as video content, and you will get to learn a lot. And not only this, you will get to have a badge from Microsoft and also a completion certificate if you complete a challenge before August 14, 2023, right? And it's not that difficult. You need to complete some number of modules. You need to go through the module and then watch the related video and go through the knowledge checks, and that's it. So they are they are offering 4 challenges. One with name machine learning challenge, then we got ML ops challenge, cognitive service challenge, and AI builder challenge. uh, in either you can enroll, in all you can enroll. I would suggest start with machine learning challenge, and if you go to the machine learning challenge, you will have to complete uh, 13 modules, right? And you can see I have started started already, and it is active. Anyone, it is open to enrollment, so do enroll. And this is a great opportunity for anyone interested in AI. You will get to know from the very basic to introduction to Microsoft Azure. And Microsoft Azure is quite out in the job market, and if you get to know how to use Microsoft Azure, you might then consider certification in it. So it would really help you in your professional journey as well. So do consider enrolling in this machine learning challenge, and also in the other challenges, and do complete it before 17 August, right? August 14, actually, 2023. Before that, you need to complete it. And if along the way you face any issue or any problem, you can reach out to me or even to Munsif or Tamim via LinkedIn. Also, if you are in the WhatsApp group, you can reach out there. And I would again highly recommend enrolling this Microsoft Learn AI Skill Challenge. I will again share the link for the enrollment in the group. So do enroll, and best of luck for your learning in AI. And with that, a last question, and then we will go to the conclusion and the random draw for LinkedIn Premium. Right? So last question is, XAI stands for? Might be confusing, but let's see who can answer. XAI stands for what? Do not Google it, just do answer if you know the answer to the question. Okay, anybody who is answering first is entitled for a LinkedIn Premium voucher, and the offer expires in 5 seconds. Was it
Yes,
five
Sir, I
seconds
Nomad.
think
already?
it's explainable artificial intelligence.
Yeah, who is this buddy? Answer the
I think
question.
it's Nomad.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Noman Rasool, your name is noted. You may reach out via LinkedIn to me or via WhatsApp, and you will get your LinkedIn Premium voucher. Now, for the rest of the vouchers, uh, since we decided to go with the random draw, I got an application I used while ago, which I myself developed a basic application that could be used for the random draw. So let me share that in just a minute. And using that, we would, carry out this distribution of LinkedIn Premium vouchers. If I could find it. Okay. Okay, everyone. So I have it here, fortunately, and we can use it. So this is an online draw which I developed for actually such events, and a long time I didn't use it, but it is working, right? So um Tamim, I would need your help, or Munsif if he's with me.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, we are here.
Okay, any one of you, Tamim or Munsif, I would want you to tell me the name. And this application actually takes 10 names, and then it output randomly one name, right? So that one name will be actually the winner. And I will do this draw for 6 times. Okay, so there will be 6 winners. Get that?
Okay. So first one we
You
have may I
from the
start it?
people section, you may tell me the names, but one name shouldn't be here twice.
Okay, sure. So first one we have Aisha Iftikhar.
Okay, Aisha Iftikhar.
Then the next one is Hafsa Javed.
Hafsa, second, third.
Third one is Mariam Shehnaz,
Okay. Next,
Muhammad Moazzam.
Moazzam.
Yes.
Pardon for if spelling
And
is wrong. Okay.
Noman,
One.
Umar,
Umar.
Aswa,
Sorry.
USWA. And
Okay.
there is one another person, 21. It has some numbers and letters. I don't
Okay,
know
so
if
it's
it is.
code. Okay. I will write it
Yes.
20 code. Okay. Next,
So we have 8 attendees.
we got 8 attendees with
One,
us.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes.
Okay, so what can I do is the meme and Munsif. Are this 10? It's just 10. I'm not allowed. Noman Rasul has so Noman since already got it, so it's not going to be 2 vouchers. So I am going to do it again. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Get winner again. Noman, what are you doing? It's not that कि ये कोई बस random इसमें बहुत तगड़ी logic मैंने डाली है पीछे JavaScript में. Okay, Hafsa, you got a LinkedIn premium. You got a reach out via LinkedIn, or if in the group, you may reach out via WhatsApp, right? For the voucher. So this is the first out of 6. Now, second. 20 code, if he or she would need to unmute and tell me his or her name right now, if he is still there. Tabim, is he there?
Yes, he is in the meeting, but
He would need to respond to be counted for the voucher, right?
okay, let's
Okay,
spin the
let's
So
move on.
spin
basically,
it
this
again.
person, my university, Jawad,
G
and
Munsif.
I try to find that person, and then that person will connect with you, inshallah, soon.
Okay. That's no problem. I've noted it down on your word. Okay, next. Sure. So we got 4 winners so far, 2 left. No, not 2 vouchers. No 2 voucher. Muazzam. 1 left. But since Aisha got 1, Hafsa got 1, Maryam got 1, Muazzam got 1, Noman got 1, Umar is 1 remaining, and Asfa remaining 20 got 1, or Munsif or Tamim though is in my pool. So okay, this was just for the fun, and I would say Munsif and Tamim, I would say that anyone present over here, I'm taking a screenshot, and do reach out to me, and there is a voucher for everyone present here, right? Is it clear, Munsif? You agree on it, Tamim? Sort of two were
Yes,
left. Sort of two were left. So I guess we should just award just everyone who made it till the end. And we were, I guess, 17 participants in the start, but now since they couldn't make it to the end, and these are the gems, the people who are for
Ushwa
learning.
want
So
to
I
say
guess they should
something,
be
I guess.
rewarded. Sorry, Munsif?
Ushwa want to say something, I guess.
Yeah, please go ahead.
He actually raised the hand, and I don't know what's the maybe a
If chat
error.
is if chat is visible to her, she may add or she can unmute and add whatever she want to add. Okay, so everyone here, everyone, I'm including everyone, right? Those got the name in the draw or not, do reach out to me via LinkedIn or through WhatsApp. And there's a LinkedIn Premium voucher for all of the attendees over here right now. Not from the people who are not who are not present over here right now, right? And the names are, I guess, noted. Tamim is looking at the screen. He got everyone's name in his mind. So don't mistake it for the people who are not in the session right now. Okay. So this was for the session. I guess it would have added something to your knowledge and would be informative for everyone in one way or other. Uh, very thankful to Munsif and Tamim for taking their time out. I do know their busy schedule and they managed to take their time out. So I'm very grateful to you, Tamim, and also to you, Munsif. And it's been great interacting with the students and learners in the session, and those who couldn't interact and there might be questions in their mind, they can reach out to Munsif. Munsif is open to interaction, as well as Tamim offered that anyone may seek some advice or related anything. Anyone can reach out to us, right? So these are our social handles. If anyone want to note it down, can note it down, and I will also share it in the WhatsApp group. So if you all want to reach out in any regard, right? And again, thank you so much. And I would conclude the session with this saying that I heard that AI is not a job killer, but AI is a job category killer, right? Munsif uh, emphasized on this point as well as the meme did so, and we all kind of are agreed on this, right? So to learn AI, if you are a CS student or not, if you are into software engineering or not, or into data science, AI, machine learning or not, irrespective, do learn about AI. Do keep yourself informed, and wish you best of luck to everyone for anything you guys are doing. Thank you so much for staying till this end. Anything you want to add, Munsif or Tamim? I
I
guess
really
we
want
are,
to the students that are with us till now, and thank you
yeah,
so much
got
for
to
your presence.
three students.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
really appreciate. And second thing I really want to mention, like I really want to thank you and every other participant for this opportunity. It was really amazing interacting with all of you guys, and like we are hopeful and optimistic for the future. And inshallah, future is like going to be really bright for us. Like, we are
exactly.
going to have so much opportunities in the field of artificial
Uncertain and
intelligence.
bright.
Yeah, inshallah,
Yeah.
inshallah. So this was from my side. Thank you so much. Thanks so.
Thank you, Mansur. Thank you. Thank you for your presence and participation. Tamim, just conclude the session with me and then we will have our dinner, I guess.
We will have a dinner here on Teams or what?
No. We could,
Okay.
use Food Panda or something. Oh,
Yeah.
session.
So
Okay.
thank you everyone. Especially thank you to Jawad Bhai for
Thank you.
like
Thank you.
everything was done on your side. We were just you invited us for honored us actually. And moreover, I don't want to waste more overtime of these two attendees who are left. I think three or two attendees are left. So thank you very much,
Yeah,
everyone.
three attendees on this. Okay, thank you,
Have a
Tamim and
good
Musif
night.
again. And inshallah, we'll interact and collaborate in some future event and session. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for those right now present. And you might leave and have a very good night. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.